Hi, everybody. It is February 27th, 2025. Welcome to our call, People Creating Extraordinary Lives. And you'll get to see how that happens pretty soon. I'm here to introduce our host, Ricia Adair. Ricia and I have been friends since 2000. I am ever so grateful she thought of me and called me and introduced me to the drops. They've literally changed my life, and I have hope now. Ricia is now ranked number 3 in Canada for 2025 as a power ranker, and she only started at the end of April, which she'll tell you all about. She's going to use her 25 years of marketing experience to help us all get where we need to go, and she's here to support us, give us information, teach us what we need. And with that, please help me welcome our fabulous host, Ricia Adair.
Thank you, Miss Penny Toner, and thank you everybody for being on the call tonight. We've got a great call ahead of us with some awesome guest speakers. So without further ado, let's do a screen share and bring up the slides. Penny, please let me know that you're going to have my slides showing in full living color. We're good? Okay, you're muted. Okay, but I can hear your voice say yes.
Okay, let her rip.
Yeah, let her rip. Okay, thank you, everybody. Again, my name is Ricia Adair. I'm a Canadian. I live in Mexico. Today, I'm actually in the wild city of Guadalajara, and I'll tell you, you haven't driven until you drive in Guadalajara because there's a lot of traffic and it's very aggressive and it's sure a lot of fun. But it's a good thing I spent a few years in Vancouver, so I can drive with the crazy people here. And onwards and upwards, we've been challenged. This morning, we woke up to a signal on the engine that said we had engine trouble on the truck, and it's just been fun. But I love living in this beautiful country. This is my home in Manzanillo. It's a vacation resort. We've got 3 villas, 2 of which we rent out for our holiday vacationers. And we overlook this gorgeous Santiago Bay that you see. And if you watch my arrow, my house is right there on a little bit of a hill overlooking beautiful Santiago Bay. So we moved into our dream home. Many of you have heard my story, but for those new on the call, it's always exciting when it's the first time. We came into this house in October 2013 or 2023. Okay, just about 15, 16 months ago. And the house was unattended for about 5, 6 months. There were so many things that needed immediate attention, expensive attention. The pool pump had broken. The pool was filled with algae. The neighboring lot next door had overgrown and there was jungle all over our land. Doorknobs were falling off. Garage door openers had rusted and broken. You name it. We were coming into our dream home and yet we went, oh my God. So our little nest egg just literally flew out of our hands as a parade of tradesmen was coming and going, getting our property ready for the upcoming season. And along with that, on a health wise, that beautiful beach, we have a German Shepherd dog. I'd walk that beach with Rusty. I'd go up and down the stairs. I'd swim in the ocean. And no matter what happened, I was just consistently heavy. I wasn't liking how I was feeling. I had a rough year health wise. I had shingles and a UTI that wouldn't quit. I had 2 dog bites that got infected. You name it. It was just a circle of events. And I thought, wow. So I went to see my favorite doctor, and he said, you got a serious case of FFB, Risha. Doctor, pray tell, what is FFB? He says, you're fat, frumpy, and broke. So along came that magic day, April 22nd, that really literally changed my life. Chris and Joni Bott on the left, good friends of mine. They live in Costa Rica. They are the number one power rankers in Canada. Called me to tell me about the drops. And honestly, everybody, my first reaction was, I can't afford it. That's how broke we were. I didn't have that extra little bit of money to buy the drops. So I convinced myself that I'm going to do without my massage, which I really needed since I had a car crash as well and I was hurting a lot. So I decided I'm going to go without massage for a little bit and take that massage money and buy 2 boxes. Joni also said, what you need to do is post and just watch because there's so many testimonies of people who have had a lot of success. Penny, if you can please mute the new lines coming in, please. And watch what happens. So that's what I did. I posted on my first day. The Kim Gray post was the first, and I received 19 comments. The afternoon post, I received 7 comments, and these are just pictures of people with their before and after testimonials on the drops. That's all it was. And then the courier company knocked on my door with my drops. I got all excited and I posted, here's my drops. I'm on I'm ready to get on target. I'm 171 today, on my way to achieve my goal. Do you know, I had 59 comments from that post that resulted in over 20 customers buying boxes from me, as well as 6 new brand partners joining my business. So I'm not saying that will happen for you, but I'm saying it's happened to a lot of us, because what we have in the upcoming slides is something that everybody wants. Everybody wants. We all looking for financial freedom, because the last time I checked, inflation was on the cuckoo rise, right? We were able to celebrate. Again, my life changed so greatly just by following the program. I decided I wanted to get healthy and wealthy too, because I was really, really tired of being broke. So I was able to celebrate a brand new fridge. I was able to celebrate hiring my maid, Sarah, the lady in the middle. Also, we brought in some paint crews who did some beautiful Mexican colors on our white palette. We built this pergola, giving us shade on the bottom terrace. Mike got his new motorcycle in short time. That's what I want to stress upon you. It could happen for you too, depending on how you want to approach this business as well. We're going to talk about the drops as something that's a great, great product for you to enjoy as a customer. But I hope there's a light bulb that goes off as I continue on, that some of you may say, you know what, I can do this too. I can do some posts and I can watch my world change too. Well, Santa Claus came along and gave us 7 small earthquakes that caused my pool to fail. We had full house coming in on January 2nd, so it was a little crazy. Had to get the pool crew in. And by January 14th, we were able to celebrate and new pool, and I was able to upgrade and put some beautiful lights. I recently discovered that I qualified for the trip to Punta Cana, a 5-star vacation. I'm really excited. I'll be getting on the plane in April for this trip. And I also understand that I qualify for 2 more trips coming up. Again, my life has totally changed. It has for many of the brand partners on this very call, and it can for you as well. Again, depending on your work ethic and so on. But I want to share with you where I was on a health level 1 year ago. That's me on the left, and that's me on the right. You're going to see in an upcoming slide how the transition started in only 13 days. Our products are amazing, and you're going to hear from our testimonials that will validate that for you as well. I want to thank these 2 gentlemen, Darren and John. They are our founders of the company, and they recently won the Founding Team of the Year. Darren has a lot of experience on Wall Street. John Wadsworth has a lot of experience in network marketing his entire adult life. The 2 gentlemen put their shekels together and bought 5 companies with amazing products that are all about 100% wellness. They call the company Partner Co. because we are simply better together as partners. In the last several months, I learned a lot about hormonal imbalance. We're going to hear from Dr. Valerie. She'll be talking to us about this as well. But I looked at this checklist, and easy, I was 5 tick marks on any one of these circles. And I invite you to have a look as well. How many of these would apply for you? And most of us over the age of 50 will easily tick off 5 of these circles. Some people go, just tick them all off. I'm all 10. We have well over 100 products to help us through every kind of situation, to balance your hormones, enjoy healthy weight loss and increased energy, a stronger immunity system, reduced inflammation. We're going to see some pictures from April that will knock your socks off. Nutritious products, collagen, you'll sleep better, gut health. Many athletes purchase our products because of the better performance they get by enjoying our products. When you put all of our products together, we are in several multi-billion-dollar industries. Our scientific team is second to none. Dr. Ray Strand heads the team. He's our chief medical officer, world-renowned author. Along with Dr. Pena, Brett West, they oversee, and the rest of the team, 1,040 annual quality tests. There's continuous tests to ensure that you as our customer is receiving the highest grade of quality. There's also over 215 plus published clinical studies on our products. Dr. Crystal Vance is our Wellness Council president. We'll hear from her again. Kristen White is in charge of our athletic council. We've got some pretty important people that are behind the scenes. What interested me so much about this company was that we're doing business in over 50 countries. Here I am in Mexico, able to communicate with my people in Canada, the US, many in Europe, Australia. And you too can build an international business just by posting on Facebook or telling others, sharing these great products. It's as easy as someone in Germany wants to buy your products. You can send them a link from your website. They make the purchase, the European office fulfills the order, and then the following Friday you get paid. There's no international tax licenses or business applications in individual countries. It's 100% transparent. Let's start with some of our products that we have. Of course, I can't cover all 100 in this short webinar with you tonight, but I want to focus on a few. Lucim is our Skincerity product. I've known Lucim, or rather the Skincerity, for about 20, 30 years or something. It's been around for an awful long time. To my knowledge, it's the only breathable skincare mask. It was created by a team of dermatologists for problem skin. It's also great for anti-aging, to get that glow back into your face and your neck. Marlene shared this picture with us where she had a severe condition on her legs, and by rolling the Skincerity on a regular basis, it wasn't long before her legs got freshly back to normal. Great product. Noni and collagen is one of my favorites. I drink it cold every morning. Again, too, we need to look after the collagen in our body. We always think of collagen in skin. My 92-year-old father-in-law was recently in Manzanillo. He had a bad fall. His skin split open by about 1/2 inch, and the doctor had to sew back paper-thin skin. So you want to be thinking about preparing your skin for longevity now, not waiting till you're 92 and one of those accidents can happen for you, heaven forbid. The noni fruit is one of the most efficacious fruits in the world. The best noni comes from Tahiti, where there's volcanic ash in the soil, and lends to the perfect growing conditions for this fruit. I personally love the Noni Max. It is a product that promotes overall health and wellness. It supports a healthy immunity system. I was getting on the plane and felt a tickle in my throat. I power shot myself four shots of it, and got on the plane to Orlando, enjoyed my vacation, and came back completely healthy. It's also going to boost your energy and endurance. If you'd like to be more agile, I invite you to try this product because it helps sustain joint health and promotes mobility, certainly supports a healthy cardiovascular system, and helps fight harmful free radicals and prevents against oxidative damage. There's powerful adaptogens that support balanced stress response, and it absolutely supports mood balancing effects. And you think that that noni didn't help me when I was driving around crazy Guadalajara today? You darn bet it did. Our Nutrify line was created by a team of doctors. The probiotics is one of my favorite. It also has its own special packaging, so you can take it when you're traveling. It doesn't need to be refrigerated, but it's loaded with prebiotic, probiotic, and billion strains. Omega Q for your heart and health, Amplify for your brain clarity and added energy. Benali is our best-selling product in China. It is intended for the loose skin that happens when you lose weight. It tightens your skin, but more importantly, it also boosts your immunity system. And many people have told me that their allergy systems seem to have gone away. The optimal M's, the optimal V's for your lungs, which we need to look after, right? Your muscles, your blood, your eyes. It's just an amazing full array of nutritional products. The MOA I'd like to share with you as well. I purchased the MOA on my second paycheck because I had serious owies in my fingers and my toes and my lower back. The MOA is loaded with 36 superfoods. It's a liquid nutrition, and many of these foods come from tropical environments, very expensive ingredients, hard to get to. Lion's mane mushroom, cordyceps, turmeric root. There's all kinds of amazing products. And so many people have shared with me that with the MOA, that they've experienced a significant reduction in inflammation. And after using it for 3 weeks, I've noticed a significant reduction in my own owies as I was walking the dog in my stupid flip-flops. And after 6 weeks, I noticed that I have no owies at all. So I really love my MOA. Again, too, it's great for reduced inflammation. So many people brag about this product. Sugar Stop is another one that I love, 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 especially if you want to cheat a little bit. Mike and I went out for lunch today, and I did cheat. I had a hamburger, first hamburger I've had in 10 months, but it was so good. And the sugar stop blocks a good part of the sugars and the carbs from entering your bloodstream because we like to support you on a low glycemic diet. The Slenderies line, I love. The Pure Nourish on the right is my meal replacement. I love it for breakfast. This morning was half a pear, half an apple. I love to put the cocoa in it. You see that on the left. It gives it the chocolate flavor. It's delicious. It's 18 grams of protein and it is an official meal replacement. There's enough nutrition in there. Should all the food in the world disappear tomorrow, you can enjoy your Pure Nourish and not suffer from malnourishment. The Giving Greens is loaded. Kale, spinach. Oh, we got a bit of a background there. We also have the drops coming up as well. First, I'd like to share with you the Fountain of Youth in a box. This is a product of its own, the only kind in its world, to my knowledge. It's got 2 international patents pending. Renew helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. I call it the Fountain of Youth in a box. It teaches the body to trigger human growth hormone production. And what does HGH do? It promotes deeper, more restorative sleep. You will get the best sleep from this product. It increases libido, stamina, and pleasure, certainly reduces body fat, increases lean muscles. So it's a great product to marry up with your drops, and definitely promotes youthful looking skin and hair, improved mood and energy, improves cell regeneration. My dear friend Barb McKibben, we joke that we're aging backwards. And you know what? The lady that's house sitting for me right now, watching our pets while we're away, she said, Ricia, I can't get over it. You look like you're 20 years younger than when I met you 2 years ago. And I just blame it on the products, or I rather gift it or show gratitude towards these products. Here are our drops. They are a gateway product. Everybody wants this product, it seems. They are clinically proven, doctor recommended. Well over 1 million bottles have been sold over the past 12 years. There are no hormones in this product. It's natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone free. And you will drop twice the amount of weight as if you were just on the food plan alone. What it will do for you is help curb hunger and control your appetite. And I so celebrate that I have completely eliminated sugar cravings. I no longer have sugar. I haven't had my favorite desserts, ice cream, any of those things for the last 11 months. I celebrate. I'm so happy to release that addiction. It helps balance your hormones, insulin, ghrelin, the hunger hormone, leptin, and cortisol, the anxiety hormone. And it stimulates your metabolism. So you're going to have increased energy while feeling younger, helps you stay motivated, and certainly helps with stress and stabilizing your mood. Clinically proven to support your thyroid while maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. And so many of my clients say to me that they've enjoyed that brain fog that seems to have lifted in a short period of time once they're on the drops. I really call them my magic drops. I just feel so darn good on these drops. So it's not a fad or a diet. This is the lifestyle. We encourage you to exercise 15 to 30 minutes, 5 days a week, drink your water, employ the approved food list. It's loaded with proteins, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats. You're not going to go hungry. There's so many options that you can do. And watch the transition that starts to happen. Jane Storch, in just 8 weeks, look at the transition in this girl's body. James LaPonce, 47 pounds. Yes, guys, you have hormones too. Dr. Crystal, we previously mentioned her. She lost the better part of a person, and that was several years ago. And this beautiful lady looks like she is on the right as she lost it 6 years ago. By the way, Dr. Crystal is coming on tour with us into Vancouver, Parksville, British Columbia, Victoria, British Columbia, and Calgary, all in May or March, starting on March 22nd through to March 26th. So you don't want to miss any of these events. A picture of yours truly, and again, too, the transition that happened with my own body inside of 13 days. And I couldn't believe it. My husband was away at that time. And I'd say, Mike, it's just falling off. It's melting off. Mike, I've never done anything like this before. And outside of swimming and walking the dog, those were the exercises that I was doing. And I went, wow, I'm just so amazed. Tracy from West Virginia, our bikini girl. Athletes love our products as well for increased performance. Katie, after a 30-day transition. Maggie Schaubel from Fox Island. Look at the difference with our dear friend Maggie. Julie Park was a very sick girl before she started the drops. So not only did she lose a ton of weight, but she got to be super healthy and super cute too. April from Oklahoma, looking a lot younger and certainly a lot healthier. The Hublers are professionals. They have a therapy clinic in their home along with 5 children. So Josh really tore the science apart on this to be sure before he recommended it to his patients, and they're absolutely convinced. In 4 months they achieved what we call senior officer, and that's a great successful level with our company. Sheila Pelletier, this girl, wow, there wasn't a dry eye in the house when she was telling me her story. She had cancer and was going through the recovery of what chemo can do to your body and radiation. And the drops gave her life back, included saying goodbye to 25 pounds. Chris Bailey, another very, very interesting call that we had with him. He was suffering from Lyme disease and he couldn't find relief anywhere until he found the drops with our company. Selena Kirby enjoyed all kinds of better numbers from the labs, not only losing a bunch of weight, but certainly enjoying being a lot healthier. Ashley, my dear friend, no more suffers from night sweats, anxiety moments, and those hot flashes. She also lost 15 pounds, while her husband Reese lost 65 pounds and let go of his addiction to Dr. Pepper and Oreo cookie. Our beautiful hostess tonight, Penny Toner, she was in pretty rough shape, that lady on the left, and that was only in July. And only in 2 months, you could see the girl in her garden, how much healthier she is. And wow, she's on the road to recovery. And she just told me she's taken a first aid course. It's a pretty intensive course, those industrial first aid. So congratulations, Penny, for saying yes to my phone call way back in July. And I'm so happy that you're doing so well. The Fuchs, Anne and Chad, they were recently on my call. Again, Chad celebrates that he's no longer needing to use all those diabetes medicines. He's lost so much weight, his blood pressure is back to normal. Jerry Wyndham not only lost 12 pounds, but he told us that he no longer has the shakes, because before he had to hold his hand as a soup spoon came up to his mouth. And he's noticed that the shakes have gone. And Mike overheard me one day, my husband, and he says, you know what? My shakes are gone too. So there's so much magic that happens in your body as you take these drops. Colleen, huge difference with Colleen. Rachel Kemp had trouble releasing the baby fat until she married the drops. Here's my friend Barbara that I mentioned before. She's having so much fun. And I just wanted to share with you, the drops are just recently teaming up with a new product called Advantage. The drops promote overall weight loss, while Advantage accelerates the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and hips. We are so excited about this product. Dr. Strand says weight gain around our middle is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to visceral fat as killer fat. So, folks, losing weight isn't only about aesthetics. This is about life and keeping life, right? So you can be there for your children, your grandchildren, and many of you, your great-grandchildren. So the advantages to Advantage: increase calories burned by 10 times more, so you get leaner and faster, helps reduce stubborn visceral fat to slim waist and hips, helps increase metabolism so you burn more calories, activates fat-burning cells in your brown adipose tissue, helps prevent weight regain following weight loss. So our new packages that are available starting tomorrow is 1 box of Slenderies drops, which is good for the month, and 1 jar of the Advantage, which is also good for the month. It's on sale to the brand partner at $205, which is great because you're saving some great money there. And on the second package, you can actually get 2 of the drops as well as 2 of the Advantage for full 10 brand partner pricing. And again, that will be available while quantities last. So you may want to stay tuned in about 10 a.m. Mountain time tomorrow, so you can press that magic button. Now let's move on to testimonies. I'm pretty excited. I want you first, before I bring April onto the camera here, look at these pictures, guys. Can you imagine this discomfort April would have felt while her feet were under such inflammatory situations? And the picture on the right, well, she's approaching normal feet. How amazing is that, right? Wow. April, I can't imagine the pain that you were in. Come forward. I need to hear your story.
Thanks, Ricia, for having me tonight. Um,
Welcome. Welcome. So tell me, first of all, who introduced you to the drops? How did this happen for you?
well, I came to the drops through a merger with another company.
Okay.
So originally I was with Nucerity, and Nucerity had introduced the Elite. So that first picture was taken when I first started taking the Elite.
Okay. Okay.
And so I was on fluid pills. And I asked my doctor why I was retaining fluid, and he couldn't really tell me. He said, well, it could be any number of things, heart failure, kidney failure, liver failure, poor circulation. And I said, well, I don't really like any of those choices, right? Because I
Sure.
was hoping to fix the problem, right? And it sounded pretty drastic. So I did replace my fluid pills with the Elite. And then we merged with another company and we were introduced to the drops and to MOA, my hero product. So the drops help with so many things, overall health. But with respect to the MOA, that is the one that really attacks the inflammation. And yeah, so I mean, I take other products and some of them also help with um, inflammation. But I find if I go 4 or 5 days without the MOA, I notice a difference.
Wow. So did you
Yeah.
have inflammation? Did you have fluid build up in your hands, your elbows, your knees as well?
Well, I didn't think so until I started to lose it. And then I went, oh, where'd that bone come from? Like your
There's a
my
bone in there. Imagine that.
my yeah, my wrist bone and then my knuckles and stuff like that started to appear. But losing the inflammation in my feet, that wasn't the big win for me. I mean, it was great.
What
But
was the big win?
the problem with inflammation in your feet, it's not just in your feet, it's in your whole body.
Right. Mhm.
So it was around my heart and my lungs, and I couldn't laugh anymore without losing my breath.
Oh, very good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'd set a New Year's resolution to be able to laugh again. And took the drops and the MOA faithfully. And um, I'm not sure when I started laughing, but I read my New Year's resolutions at the end of the year, and I went, "Yay! I actually hit one. I can laugh."
Wow. I
And
celebrate for you. So, and I've got a couple of questions. You made reference when we were in our little chat room before about your knees. I want to hear about your knees.
okay, so I broke my foot this summer. And so I think I suffered a compensor, can't say the word. It's not rolling off my tongue tonight, but a compensation injury to my knee. I think it was more after I had the boot cast taken off,
Okay.
uh, because because it's a different, like you get used to a different height wearing
Sure.
it,
Uh-huh.
and then and plus, you're not using your knee when you have the boot cast because you kind of do one step at a time. So then I'm trying to do, walk normal up and down the stairs. So I started a body balancing challenge beginning of January. And I took all my measurements, and that one knee was like 2 inches bigger than the other one. And I noticed within 3 days on the drops that the swelling in my knee had gone down like an inch and a quarter in 3 days.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
And by
Wow.
the end of the challenge, it had gone down like 2.5 inches, just that one knee.
Your knee
So
should have won the challenge, April.
my knees won the challenge. Well, and I did
You.
release a little over 8.5 pounds.
Nice.
The thing is, when you release weight, for every pound you lose, it's equivalent to 4 pounds of pressure off of your knees.
I know. Yes.
So with that, I've released 34.5 pounds of pressure off my knees.
Nice. Congratulations. We're
Yeah.
going to have to move on in respect of time, but I want to say thank you so very much for an amazing testimonial. Thank you for coming forward. And everybody, absolutely get Moa in your shopping cart, get Elite in your shopping cart. They're two amazing products that go alongside with the drops. April, thank you so very much.
Thanks, Ricia.
What an amazing testimonial, folks. You know, it just blows me away every time when I hear these stories. Now, from Vernon, British Columbia, I met this lovely lady with crazy, crazy energy. She was at Salt Lake City event alongside with me just a few weeks ago. Carmen Broad, come on forward. I want to hear your story tonight.
Hello, Ricia. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Carmen. Let's hear your story. Give me about 3-4 minutes because I'm going to have you back as our special guest sometime soon, okay?
Okay. Well, I know I always try to figure out where I can narrow this down. So basically, I started seeing posts about these drops on a few of my friends that I know in the industry on Facebook, the weight loss posts. And then one of my girlfriends, Christy, at the time, I know. But you know, what's interesting, I was just sitting here thinking about how things transpired, but I was actually, you know, feeling pretty good around that time when I started seeing her post last April. And then a few things happened, but I have also lived a very stressful life, fight or flight all my life, going through highs and lows and lots of stress. And so and I was also one of the ones that kind of starved myself and, you know, all the horrible things that you can do for your body. And so I found myself last summer in July, about June, July, I went up to Grand Prairie where my daughters live. And I was staying there and my body started to seize, like it was not happy. And I've never really had an issue with weight in my entire life. I've always been quite healthy and you know, in shape. And so I found my body seizing up and I'm to the point that I could barely walk. Like if I was going downstairs, I was having to like really think about how I was going to manage to get down the stairs. And my daughters didn't understand because I look normal, but I was also watching the weight gaining. I gained probably 25 pounds in like 2-3 months, like just like boom. And I was terrified, to be honest. Like I really wasn't, I didn't know what was going on. And I have always been very well researched on, you know, products and stuff like that. So I was trying quite a few things. I had no idea what was going on. It was scaring me. So I believe it was hormones. My body felt like I was packing lead. So that would be kind of a thyroid thing and that type of stuff. So anyways, I did join the business with Christy and bought the drops last August, but I didn't take them. I gave them to my daughter. I don't know why I was blocking it. It's so bizarre to me. Anyways, so now we move fast forward to November. Todd, Roland, and Ashley, and Christy, and a few people from corporate came to Kelowna, and I met them for lunch. And I walk in the room, and I know these people from years ago, and half of them were missing. They're all glowing. They all look healthy and happy. And I'm thinking, well, because I sure wasn't feeling it at that point. And I thought, well, they got something I need, right? So again, I still was tossing it around. And then by December, I talked to a few of my friends and I was like, and some people were coming at me going, we need to find a weight loss product. And I was like, I agree. So anyway, next thing you know, I did my first post on January 3rd. I didn't get my product till probably the second week of January. So I've only been on it for a little over a month, like 5 weeks. And so I'm down 10 pounds, which I'm grateful for. For me though, that's just not even where it's at because I know the weight's going to come off when my body starts to feel normal. And so what I've noticed right away was, first of all, I could sleep at night without waking up every hour and a half, looking at the clock going, okay, I better try and go back to sleep, you know? And then just my health, like energy. Like, I mean, I'm like today, I've been going all day and I could just keep going. And I hadn't, like, I was so lethargic and so tired and exhausted and just everything. Right. So I'm just really, you know, I don't have like the huge before and after pictures yet because I'm just getting going. But I just will say that, like, I am so grateful that these products came into my life. And I've just started building a team here. I did my first Facebook post on January 3rd, And since then, we've brought in over 90 people as business partners, not including the customers. And so I want to talk about that, not because I'm like, look at us. What I'm trying to say is I've never seen something so powerful, because the power of duplication happens when something works. And when I listen to the testimony before this, and you, Ricia, like every time I hear these stories, like it makes my heart just like, it's so sad that people get to these places, but we have a solution, and it just makes me feel so grateful for that. So I don't want to take up any much more time, but that's where I have, oh, one more thing, the team. So now that I've got my friends and their friends and we're building just by organic. I mean, you couldn't stop us if we tried, because now they've got testimonies and they're life changing. And so for me, I just feel so blessed to be here, and I'm just grateful. And thank you so much for having me, Ricia.
I'm so glad, and what an amazing testimonial, Carmen. We will have you back. I just love your spirit. I love your energy, and it was so great to meet you in Salt Lake City. We're going to have you back as our special guest speaker, and you'll get a bigger time block, okay?
Sounds good.
What an amazing story. And I'm so, so glad that the drops have helped you and brought you to a place of health and happiness where you are right now. So exciting. So now you're probably wondering, how do I get the drops? Well, you can be a customer and buy retail, but I'm from Winnipeg. Nobody buys retail in Winnipeg. So why not enjoy the absolute best value that you can? This is a one-time lifetime membership. In the United States, it's $29.95. In Canada, it's $37.95 plus tax. And inevitably, when you look so darn good, people are going to say, what are you doing? And it's just, we're humans. We tell people we share a good thing. So why not? The company wants to send you a check. Why not open yourself available to receive that check? With that, your $37.95, your $29.95 will pay for your replicated website, all the tools, the training, absolutely everything you need, so you can track your income and the team. As Carmen mentioned, it happens fast. But first, I want to include this disclaimer. We do not guarantee any level of income or success to any brand partner. Earnings from the partner co-compensation depends on each brand partner's sales, business skills, ability, and personal application. So let's talk about how to turn drops into profits and share this amazing product with so many others. When you become a brand partner, you're going to enjoy 30% off of retail sales or retail pricing, so that you in turn can make at least a 30% profit. In the US, there's a 4-pack available for $208. That's a good position to be at, because that will have you in the position called qualified. It's $371. You can keep one box for yourself. Should you choose to sell the other 3, you'd be looking at profits of approximately $222. But if I were you, if I was in the US, I consider minimum a 10-pack, because the unit cost goes substantially down and your profits go way up to about $800. Canada, we have a 4-pack for $465. Again, keep a box for yourself and share the others. You're looking at a profit of about $240, while also giving your customers a 15% discount. We'd like to encourage you to set a target to achieve Ultimate, which is the top pay in our program. And it amounts to approximately 30 boxes or 1,500 points. Should you do that in 30 days, you're looking at profits of anywhere from $2,500 to $2,700. It's a great goal to achieve, and you keep that ultimate promotion for your career with our company. And what will happen, somebody will see your post from Germany, from Italy, from Australia, and before you know it, you'll have 12, 13, 15 countries represented in your organization. It happens very, very quickly. We've got a system, it's called Boards, which is basically a filing system up in the cloud. All of the testimonials, of which we have thousands, are all available and very easily laid out. Some very successful leaders thought out this program so that it's easy for us just to simply copy and paste. That's all you have to do. Download the Boards app and copy and paste. Here's an example of my post of Rick and Crystal that lost 210 pounds. You think that that post didn't get some activity? Absolutely, because these are real people. We know them. I've been meeting them on our regular calls in the morning. I've been meeting them in Salt Lake City. I met them in Orlando. First, you're going to want to activate your position with 200 points, and at that, you're eligible to receive commissions. As I mentioned, the 4-pack is going to qualify you for 200 points on both sides of the borders. Let's sweeten it up and please include a box of Renew. The Renew goes so well with the drops. You'll sleep so much better. Having a great sleep means a far better tomorrow. And again, too, your weight loss will increase very quickly. Now that Advantage is going to be available on both sides of the border tomorrow in packages with the drops, I'd highly recommend you consider that as well in your initial purchase. And again, in the US, the more you buy, the bigger the profits. A 20 pack, you're looking at profits of approximately 1,580, but look at the profits as the margins significantly soar. The investment on a 30 pack is only 2,300, which when you think this is a business that you can do exceptional and your profits coming out of the gate exceed your original cost. So strongly consider going to the ultimate option right out of the gate. In Canada, there's so many different product combinations you can put together. April talked about the Elite. That's the product in the middle there. There's so many different combinations again, too, that you can come up with your 1,500 points and enjoy profits with your extra inventory to share with others. We were voted the most generous, the best compensation plan in the industry. We get paid in 9 different ways. We talked about the retail profits already. Let's talk about the new volume bonus. Again, if you were to buy a 4-pack, you would be at the activated position and receive 15% of when you introduce the products to a new brand partner. In this case, you introduced Mary. She purchased 2 10-packs. That's 1,000 points. If you're at the activated level, you would receive $150. But if you worked your way up, or if you came in at the ultimate level, you would receive $300, double the commission. So you're at top pay. One of my mentors once said, Ricia, shame on you if you ever leave money on the table. This company wants to pay you more money, so be ready to take it. You're going to want to enjoy experiencing the many different products that we have. And again, when I ask people their favorite 3, everyone has 3 to 5. They can't stop at 3 because our products are just that amazing. You're going to want to sell or buy 100 points of product each 4 weeks to stay qualified for commissions. And as the activity grows in your team every week, Mary's going to mention this to Henry, and Henry's going to talk to his neighbor Helen, and the list goes on. There's going to be all kinds of activity or going on in your organization. There's a part of our compensation plan called base pay. And through a special formula, you're looking at about 15% of the activity. When that 15% gets paid to you weekly, all of our commissions are paid weekly. When it exceeds $250 in any given week, the company in turn gives you a 15% bonus. That bonus is called savings bonus. It's an accumulation. It's kind of like our car program. And there's no mention of how many people have qualified for the $10,000 bonus already. As soon as you qualify, you get that magic phone call from corporate, and the following Friday, the $10,000, it's USD for our Canadian people on the line, gets deposited into your bank. Chris and Joni, my mentors, they accomplished their savings bonus in only 8 months. And friends of mine, Jerry and Allison, they just accomplished theirs. So happy for their success. And also Ricia and Ashley, they're also on our team. They just received theirs. Kim Gray was recently on her call. She's got hers. These are all people I know. People are enjoying the $10,000 bonus. In addition, we have something called lifestyle credits, and you get credits for everything you do in this business. When you trigger your monthly subscription, that triggers more lifestyle credits. When you climb rank, go from team leader to senior team leader and so on, you get more lifestyle points. When you sponsor other people, you get lifestyle points. There's so many different things, and you take those points and you cash them in for trips. Many people went to the Tahiti trip last April, and again, it's a 5-star super diamond trip. Just beautiful. You will be treated so well. Russell was on the line with us. He went to Puerto Vallarta, and he couldn't stop bragging about how well he was treated. A group went to the Bahamas, and upcoming is the Punta Cana trip. And you know, at that little display that was in Orlando in September, I claimed to my husband, I said, I'm going to earn this trip. I'm going to Punta Cana. And lo and behold, like I said, just a few weeks ago, I found out I did qualify. So it's all about setting the intention and working towards target. Another trip coming up in June is the Bali trip. Again, we all dreamed about those beautiful huts and the beautiful aqua blue water in Bali, right? At the Orlando convention, there was 21 people, 2,100 people, over 800. That's well over a third of the people were recognized on stage. And we're not recognized if we don't have the paychecks to prove it. There's a lot of success stories in this company. Now I want to bring aboard a lady who's very, very special. I do want to say this, Dr. Roger Murphy, as originally advertised, had a last minute commitment, and I do apologize, but we will have him back in the spring. And Dr. Valerie, on short notice, was ever so grateful to come forward. She is a naturopathic doctor. We're going to hear all about her, and she's from Phoenix, Arizona. Dr. Valerie, thank you so much for being on the call. Come forward, please.
Hello, thank you so much for having me on tonight. It's truly a pleasure.
Well, thank you, thank you. So, Dr. Valerie, you were introduced to me through our friend Dory. I'm so excited about that friendship with Dory. She's a lovely gal as well. Tell me,
Yes.
she says that you have a very unique story about the drops. I need to ask you, what is that story?
Well, probably two parts. I think she's looking perhaps at the business aspect of it, but when she came to me, I was so busy trying to start a private practice and in the process of transitioning out of the clinic that I was at. And so I kind of dismissed it at first. And after several months, I started seeing her posts and I'm like, okay, I need to talk to you about these drops because I see a lot of women that are wanting a healthy alternative on losing weight. And when they do the injections weren't working and it's not identifying the root cause. As a naturopathic doctor, I focus on the root cause and help the body to restore to wellness. And so I started talking to her and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do this a little bit different. So I just kind of started to post. She helped me create probably 14 days worth of content. And I just started posting and saying, hey, I'm going to start to try these drops and they're homeopathic remedies. And it's to help regulate your hormones and reduce systemic inflammation, regulate cortisol levels, and all of these beautiful things. Who would like to do this journey with me? And it just blew up from there. I have not, every week I'm constantly placing orders and I can't keep them in stock. And it's been the simplest thing for me to introduce. I just have everybody, as I said, I did it a little different. I have people pay up front, so I use their money to pay for the boxes and then I ship them out. So it's been the easiest thing that I could have done, not only for me physically, for me personally. I'm not needing to lose a lot of weight, but I have neuropathy down the back of like the left side of my leg that I've been dealing with for the last year. And I all of a sudden realized that's completely gone. As you go through menopause, we have those night sweats. When I wake up in the morning, I don't feel as though I just stepped out of the sauna. And I tell people when you go through menopause, you're going to know this. You feel like SpongeBob SquarePants. You no longer have that nice little hourglass figure. Now I'm losing inches and I have this beautiful little waistline. My hair is starting to grow back. I'm sleeping better. I know my cortisol levels are lowering. I know systemic inflammation is being lowered because the pain is lowering in my whole entire body. And I'm just so excited. I just started on this on January 2nd, so I'm pretty new to this as well. And I have probably a few hundred of patients that have been trying this. And it's the easiest thing for my practice because it addresses the multitude of chronic health conditions. I've seen people's blood sugar levels reduced. I've seen some reduced from, I'm not even kidding, 320 to 167. It's just been amazing. People's pain is starting to significantly improve. I love it because I come from a place to where the clinic that I left, they forced me to charge people between $12,000 and $20,000 to see me for 8 office visits. I think that's horrible. And so this all aligns beautifully with basically how I'm wanting to provide care. I want affordable care for people so that everyone deserves to be healthy. And so I think this beautifully aligns with that.
Wow, this is so wonderful. As a medical professional, as a scientist, what is your overall reaction to the many products that Partner Co has, including the drops?
Well, I'm super excited, and I have this too. So I'm just starting with the Advantage, and I'm super excited because I'm just learning about all of these products as well. But the MOA, I think that's going to be imperative. I come from a space to where we did stem cell injections, and so many people, as I think it was possibly was April that was speaking of earlier about the pain in her knees, but so many people have pain and they can't work out. And so that is a huge epidemic. And I'm so excited to be able to incorporate those products with my patients.
Wow. And so you've got many patients, you mentioned, a few hundred that are enjoying the drops. Are you seeing repeat business that they try it for 1 month and they come back for the second and so on?
Absolutely. And so many of them, because I told them, I said, make sure you reach out to me in about 20 days so that we make sure that we can continue you on a consistent cycle. And so many of them are like 2 weeks in messaging me, okay, I want to pre-order my next box because I don't want to run out. I know that you run out all the time, but I don't want to run out. So when they're 2 weeks in, they're already contacting me. I don't have to reach out to them at all. This truly has been the easiest thing for me. My biggest fear when Dory had approached me, I just said, I don't have time. I don't have time to take something else on because I'm starting a new practice. I'm building a functional medicine app, which I'm super excited about. And she goes, oh, don't worry. They've made it so easy. So if you are looking at this as a business, let me tell you, this will be the easiest thing that you will ever do in your entire life. They create all of the content. All you have to do is really, if you wanted to set this out for 6 weeks, you could take 30 minutes, set all your posts back out, and all you got to do is just sit back. People will reach out to you. I have people contacting me that I haven't talked to in 30 years, or even I don't even know at all. This truly sells itself, and it's the most beautiful thing to be a part of. I'm so excited.
Well, I'm excited to have you on the team as well. So I know we can't lay any professions to curing or treating or anything like that. We all know that, right? We just noticed that the drops seem to be working. As a layman, I feel that our bodies are out of balance, and these drops are so magical. They put us back into balance, and the harmony just starts to happen. The body goes into a state of self-correct.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I know the drops help with is systemic inflammation and also regulating cortisol levels. Cortisol actually affects every organ and every system in your body. There are scientific studies out there, you can go look them up, that talks about elevated cortisol levels contributing to cancer. And it affects your thyroid. It affects excessive amount production of estrogen. So I have some women that are estrogen dominant in breast cancer. And so they need to regulate their cortisol levels. This will help with that. And what's beautiful with this homeopathic remedy is that there are no contraindications with medications. Homeopathy is so gentle, but make no mistake, it is very impactful. I've also noticed that it's helped a lot with, I have ADHD, so that was really fun going through medical school, let me tell you. And my brain is really starting to slow down. I don't feel as though I've got this little ping pong match going on in my brain. And I love it because it addresses a multitude of health conditions. And it keeps a lot of my patients from they're starting to work with their doctor that has prescribed prescription medications for cholesterol, blood pressure, all of those. So they're able to titrate off of that. And it's amazing because they don't have to take a lot of the other supplements as well. So I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah, for sure. So on a wellness approach, a homeopathic approach, naturopathic approach, um, you know, I just know myself what certain medicines have done to me as far as the difficulty my body had processing it, and then there's further harm that I have to take another pill to fix the harm of the last pill, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
And it's just one vicious rat race, right? So being a naturopathic doctor, do you truly believe in your heart of hearts that with the right wellness treatment, that whatever the situation, that there is a naturopathic cure for most things?
I do 100% agree with that. I think that we need to give our body an opportunity to restore to wellness. And when you take these drops, you might go through what they call a healing crisis. And that's a beautiful thing, and be grateful for that, because when that happens, you could have perhaps maybe a little bit of a headache. You could have a tummy ache, loose stools. You might feel a little fluey. But be grateful, because that just means that your body is removing what we call obstacles to cure. It's removing the things that are preventing you from getting better. And so when you use homeopathy, as you were talking about, in the allopathic world, you start to have a symptom with a prescription drug, then what do? They prescribe another prescription to counteract that. And then that drug creates another side effect, and it just keeps continually going. You don't have that. You don't have any detrimental side effects when you're taking something such as a homeopathy or a supplement. You don't have the side effects, harsh, where it's affecting your liver, your kidneys. It's all supporting, and it's focusing on the root cause, which is exactly what these drops do.
I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for Chris and Joni having made that phone call. So I want to speak to everybody out there tonight. We need to share this product. We really do. There's a lot of people suffering that don't have to suffer. April showed us pictures of her feet. We heard from Carmen with issues. You're hearing it from your patients, how much better they're getting along the process. Valerie, Dr. Valerie, I'm so grateful for you being on our call tonight. We will have a coffee clutch session if you're able to hang around for a few questions and answered. We'd so love it. We'd really appreciate it. And we're going to get back to our slides and wrap up this call. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being on our call tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
Wow. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Dr. Valerie. So what does balance look and feel like to you? How will you know if the products are working? Well, based on how I feel, our testimonials, and the hundreds of people that have shared these products with, you'll have more energy. You'll certainly sleep like a baby and improve mood, so you won't be as anxious and cranky and crabby. Not saying that you are now, but we all have those stresses in life, right? An increase in libido, reduction in inflammation. Your jeans will feel better. I tried on some skinny pants today. I was so excited how cool they looked. Better elimination, digestion, less brain fog, and a higher immunity system and overall sense of well-being. You will feel it. I've noticed with these products, I take everything now. I'm so grateful because, again, with a very successful team, I put my hats off to my team as well, that with what I'm receiving from PartnerCo on a weekly basis, I'm able to enjoy every single one of these products. And let's face it, I think if we could all buy organic and all buy good products, we would do that if money wasn't an issue, right? So in summary, look at this slide one more time, and how many people out there on the sidewalk, in your community, in your neighborhood, your boss, your coworkers, your cousin, your brother-in-law, all of them have those, and it's up to us to reach out and share it with them. So are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? Now, you don't want to be a 1. That's the person that wants to pay retail. Why not guess the best value, become a brand partner, pay your $29.95, your $37.95, and you can be a preferred customer so you could save money. Why not, right? And then, like Dr. Valerie, she just learned how to post, and she said it's the easiest thing she's ever done to share something great. Get on this health and wealth train and ride with us. And some of you are going to get on and ride it big all the way to the top. And for that, we have all the support for you, all the training for you. We have the camaraderie, we have the culture, we have the community. And why not live the dream, right? There's so many success stories with this company. What if you had that success as well? Stay with us, stay with the program, and you could be looking at some serious time freedom, enjoying that body you love for sure. Possibly financial stability. Many of us are enjoying that already, and we'll teach you how to gain that as well. A community of friends and luxury experience in going on these trips. It's all here for you. So enrolling is easy, as little as 5 minutes. Choose the pack to get started. If you're able to get the ultimate, I'd certainly recommend it. That is the best choice of starting with your ultimate. And whoever invited you to the call can certainly help you choose the right pack. I want to again thank to our guests. April, thank you so much for being part of our call tonight. And Carmen, thank you so much as well. And certainly to Dr. Valerie Rippergeer, thank you very much for being on our call. Thank you for Dory for helping me out. And also to our beautiful co-hostess, Penny Toner, for doing a great job. And thank you to all the brand partners supporting the call tonight, and certainly to the guests. We're going to shut the call down, but we'll stay around for what we call coffee clutch for anybody that would like to ask some questions. And Dr. Valerie is going to hang out with us. If anybody else would like to hang out, it's always the fun time of the call for me. And thank you again, wishing you all a happy Thursday. And don't forget to look at your back office tomorrow for the Advantage and Drop packs that are being released.